Okay, before the video starts, I just want to say that I got this information from Myron.
This video, we're going to talk about how you can get the most out of the four levels of value that God set up in Genesis chapter 1. What are the four levels of value? Well, the lowest level of value is implementation.
This is something that he was educating, and I just want to pass around the information, pass around the knowledge. Once I watched that video and learned what he was teaching, I was like, wow, like that really changed my whole mindset on how I saw certain stuff. So please go ahead and watch that video. It is, if anything, it will 10 times way better than mine. Okay, so I got the whiteboard myself. I'm about to demonstrate so it's easier for you guys to understand. So basically what this is called is the four levels of value. These are the four levels of value. Okay, so basically we start at the fourth level, which the fourth level is implementation. And on this level, the fourth level, you will be earning around minimum wage to 80K a year. If you're in the fourth level, this is how much you will be earning. Okay, and what you have to understand about the fourth level is that these are basically jobs that require your physical body, such as construction, like fast food, a job where you physically need to be there. You need your body, your muscles, your arms, your legs. You need to do the physical work, basically labor, like the labor work. You know, if you work at a factory or manufacturing, stuff like that. And this is the level that most people is at. Minimum wage. So this is the level most people are at. Okay, so the third level is unification. And for unification, it will basically be your managing skills. This means, like, basically in simple terms, the tier higher above labor workers, which is managing, your manager. If you work at, let's say, McDonald's, you are going to be the one making the fries. You are going to be the one being there physically. However, you will have a manager. Your store has a manager. That manager is going to be managing you and the other employees. They are using their management skills. They're not the ones actually doing the physical work, like actually making the fries. Their job is to manage you. They are earning more money by managing a team instead of them actually doing the hard physical work. And for construction, you are the one working there. You are the one laying out the blocks, the bricks in harsh weathers. It could be very hot, the sun is out, or extremely cold. You are the one doing the actual physical work. And obviously, because they are the one managing, so they will require a more mental work. So instead of physical work, it's more mental because they need to make smarter decisions. They need to actually manage a team. You need to be patient. You need to be mentally strong. You require a lot of things when it comes to managing a team. It is not the easiest thing to manage a team. So this already shows where this is going. It is more about mental strength than actual physical. This person is earning more money because they are more capable mentally. And I might explain more of that later. So for number two, it is communication. And the thing we use on number two to make money is our mouth or any form of way that you can communicate to somebody else. Communication, which is, podcast, content, singing, it could be a salesperson, it can also be a book. Just any form of you communicating something to somebody can make you a lot of money. If you write a book and you communicate whatever it is you are communicating, whether it's a story or whether it's education, whatever it is, you can make a bunch of money off a book because literally millions of people could buy that book. Another, singer, you are singing, you are communicating whatever. It could be a story, your feelings, your heartbreak. Um, it could be anything. You can literally communicate anything. And if you know how to communicate, you can also get people to buy from you. So, like a salesperson, if you know how to communicate in a way that can convince, let's say, the other person to buy from you, you are using your communication skills, your mouthpiece, to get a sale. And if you can consistently do that, you will make you and your business way more money. So isn't this crazy how we went from a construction worker having to deal with crazy physical pain, so now we have somebody, all they have to do is communicate. Just speak or write a book or a podcast, and you can make way more money than somebody doing the physical things. But obviously, the hard thing is you need to learn how to use your mouth. You need to learn how to communicate. You need to learn how to write a good book, how to communicate that information so it's engaging and people will actually care. You need to learn that if you have a podcast, you need to learn how to communicate in a way that people will care to listen to you, or singing. You need to be good at singing to communicate whatever it is you are. You need to be good at using your mouth and communicating. And it's very surprising, but we all speak. Everybody speaks every single day. However, even in speaking, there are different levels of speaking. Somebody could be more articulate than you. Communication is a skill. That is a skill you need to develop over time consciously. It's not just going around and talking every day. It's about making a conscious decision that you will get better at speaking and you will get better at communicating. And if you do that, you will be at the second level, which I wrote 100K to literally hundreds of millions. If you know how to do this, if you could really learn how to communicate, you can make a shit ton of money on it. And for the last level, number one, it is imagination. This is literally the most important part of this video. If you miss this, you basically miss the whole entire video. The one at the top that can literally make you the most money is if you have the ability to imagine. It is the ability to have a vision of a outcome before that outcome has actually happened. And what I mean by this is somebody at a specific time, somebody had a vision of a computer. Somebody had a vision of literally light, electricity. Somebody had a vision in the building you are sitting in right now, or the house you are in right now. Somebody had a vision of how that house will look before that house was even there. Then that house was laid out. Once it was laid out on how it was going to look based off the vision, then people started building it. But the first step to achieving anything is to imagine. And this really clicked for me when I read the book Think and Grow Rich. In that book, it basically reinforces this same exact thing that I'm saying right now. And I am about to read some of the sentences of that book. So, on the book states, one must realize that all who have accumulated great fortunes first did a certain amount of dreaming, hoping, wishing, desiring, and planning before they acquired money. The big emphasis is on dreaming. First, did, like literally the first step, first did a certain amount of dreaming. Another very important point that I highlighted from this book is this section right here. Every human being who understands the purpose of money wishes for it. Wishing will not bring riches, but desiring riches with a state of mind that becomes an obsession, then planning definite ways and means to acquire riches and backing those plans with persistence, which does not recognize failure, will indeed bring riches. It's the fact that you need to desire it. You need to like obsess over that dream, that vision that you have. So as you can see, It is the ability to desire, to have a vision, to imagine. If you have those things, that's how, literally the book said it, that's how you become rich. A lot of people go around thinking that becoming rich is impossible. Becoming a millionaire is impossible. That is the number one failure. That's literally how you fail. Second of all, some people just throw it out there saying, oh, I wish to be a millionaire. I wish this, I wish that. But that's not going to get you nowhere either. If you have the ability to imagine yourself as a millionaire, and like the book said, you commit to it and take action, you will get there. If you have the vision of innovating or making a business or doing whatever, once you have that vision and you lock in and take actionable steps and you obsess over that vision and you use it has to happen basically, it will literally get there. So that is basically the four levels of value. And is it not crazy how if somebody has the ability to imagine and actually take actionable steps to achieve that vision, they can make 100 times more money than somebody being in physical pain, waking up every single day, working like 12-hour shift. That is crazy to me. So basically, we have been reading this from 4 all the way to number 1. But now we're going to read it from 1 to all the way to number 4. If we start with imagination, like I said, you have the imagination, you have the vision. Then, once you have the vision, you need to use your communication skills to communicate this imagination. You have to communicate this. Once you communicate it, let's say to a team or a company or friends, like, yo, this is my vision. Once you communicated it, now you need to do step number 3, which is managing skills. Either one, you become the manager yourself, or you get somebody to manage the people that will actually be working. Then, whoever is the manager is in charge of hiring the people that are going to be there physically and actually take out your vision. Who the people that are basically going to work for you. They are the ones getting paid the least, but if anything, they might be the one working the most. And this is basically how the world works. This is how business works. You know, let me give for example Elon Musk. Elon Musk, that guy is the richest man on earth. But is he the one actually building the cars himself, being in the manufacturing and actually laying out the windows, the doors, everything for the cars? No, he's not. He is literally not. He is the one imagining. He is the one saying, I imagine a future where every car will be electric. I imagine a future where we will visit other planets and I will make a rocket so I can get that vision into reality. All he does is imagine and take his ideas into reality. But the first and most important step is to imagine. Whatever your goal is, you need to stick to it, commit to it, and obsess over it. It's not just saying, "Oh, my goals for 2025 is to lose weight, it's for this, it's for that." No, you need to take it more serious. You need to obsess over these goals. You need to achieve them no matter what, no matter the cost. So realistically, if you do not try to implement this within your own life, now obviously you do not have to be Elon Musk. You don't have to be a crazy innovator, millionaire guy. Just focus on the basics. Focus on how you want people to basically work for you, or at least you want to communicate something. This is basically how the world works. So try to use this information and stick it to your own life. And if I am reflecting on it myself, well, I am using my communication skills right now to make content. This video you're watching right now, I am the one communicating information to you. And that's another thing, that people also pay for information. That guy that I learned this from, people was there, but they paid to be there. They paid hundreds, or I'm not sure how much he charges, but I'm pretty sure it's not cheap. He charges money so people can learn from him. He is communicating information to other people. He is just basically sitting there and talking. I am the one communicating. I am also thinking of in the future making a book. That is another way of communication. So if I at least just try to stick in that communication stage, eventually I think I will have something going on for myself. This is a type of stuff that rich people, that millionaire know that poor people don't. But poor people, they do not imagine. They literally do not imagine. They say stuff like, I can become poor. What? I can't become rich. Or let's say a millionaire. They settle for the life that they have. They cannot imagine. They cannot see themselves in the future being a millionaire, or being successful, or being wealthy, or just being above the middle class slightly, like just being good. They do not have that vision. However, there are some poor people, like 1 out of 100, who would grow up with a vision, with a desire, with imagination. And if you look back at some rich people, a lot of rich people were born in poverty. They were born in the definition of poor. They were deep in poverty. If you know the life of most rich people were born in poverty. They were extremely poor. Their environment, their family was just pure poor people around them. But guess what? 1 out of 100, one person had all these three and became successful, became a millionaire, became Elon Musk, became Jeff Bezos, became Bill Gates. But that is the thing that most poor people do not have. This is basically the most important, like, part of this video. This is the emphasis. This is the point, that if you have this, you are most likely to be out of 1 out of 100, out of that environment you grew up in, the hood that you grew up in, wherever you grew up in. You are more likely to actually make it, versus the people that you grew up around are not. So that basically wraps it up for this video. By all means, please, like I said, try to implement this, or else you will literally not really progress. You will stay exactly where you at, because you are not even envisioning yourself moving forward or having a better future. And not only that, actually working for it every single day. So with much love, thank you for watching.